Hello, everyone. It's Radio, and welcome to my first Furry YouTube video. So today I thought I would make a video on how I actually became a furry in the first place. So I hope you could hear me okay. I don't have a good camera or microphone yet, and I'm only using my webcam, so I think we can make this work for now. So before I get into it, I'll say a couple points of interest which maybe you could relate to. I would consider myself as being a furry before I even know what furries were or anything about the fandom, or at least being interested in furry things before I even knew about the fandom. And also, I would consider myself as being kind of a socially awkward, quiet person. Um, kind of, like I have my little group of friends, but that's it. People that don't know me really well tend to think I'm weird. So that seems to be kind of a thing that a lot of other furries share. So with that out of the way, we'll get into the details of how all this came to be. So, I mean, ever since I was a baby, I loved animals. I was around animals my whole life, so uh, that was like natural for me. And then around like age 2 or 3, I started collecting stuffed animals. I had a lot of them, which I still have today, and that was just such a part of my childhood. Every one of them had a name, a place where they would stay in my room, and I would play different games with them and everything. That was such a part of my childhood. And then probably around age 12 or 13, I would say, I remember being over a family member's house, and the TV was on, and it was some kind of documentary, and for some reason they had furries on there. And I don't remember what they were saying or like what it was about. I don't think they were saying anything bad about them. They were just showing people with fursuits, and it caught my attention. I was like, "Wow, I never saw anything like that before." Like I saw, you know, mascots and things like that, but I never saw people with their own custom fursuits. And the ones they were showing on there were probably like $10,000 and up. So I was like, well, that interests me, but it's probably something that I'll never get to do. So I kind of just wrote it off and put it in the back of my head and forgot about it. And then many years went by, and I never really heard anything else about furries. Even at school, like which is odd, I just never heard anybody talk about them. And then, I watched a lot of the movies with the anthropomorphic animals, and I loved all that, but I never heard anything about furries really. So years and years go by, and I'm just I'm at my job one day on my lunch break, and I'm a big car guy, so I'm always on YouTube watching car videos and anything like that, repair videos. And I was just watching some video one day, and over in the related videos pops up a video from Regular Car Reviews, or I think it was his other channel, Regular and Roman, and the title of the video was "What is Furry Car Culture?" And the thumbnail was a picture of people in fursuits, and they were at this. It looked like a car show or some kind of car event, and I was like, "Oh, that looks interesting. I wonder what that's all about." But I didn't click on the video right then because I was running out of time and there was something else I wanted to watch. So I figured I'll save that for later. And I ended up forgetting about it for like another 2 or 3 weeks. And then one day, me and my mom and one of her friends were out somewhere, and her friend was telling us this story about how her husband is a bus driver, and one day these people got on his bus and they were wearing tails and other animal costume stuff, and I was like, "Oh yeah, the fursuiters." It kind of jogged my memory. I never watched that video yet, so another day or two went by, and I finally got time to watch this video. And here the video is about. It was Furrydelphia 2024, and it was him making a documentary about like all the fursuiters that are interested in cars. And I was blown away. I was like, oh my gosh, there's people like me that are interested in cars, and they're also interested in fursuits. And they have these meetups and conventions, and I had no idea this any of this existed. And I found out that there was a whole furry fandom. So the minute I got done with the video, I started researching anything I could find out about furries or the furry fandom, and I just fell in love with all the artwork, and I loved the way the fursuits looked. And my eventually, like, my whole YouTube feed was all furry stuff, and I was going on Google Images, looking at pictures of fursuits and trying to find out possibly where I could get one. And after about a month or so of that, I was like, well, I'm a furry. Like, I decided I want to join this fandom. And I wanted to get a fursuit, of course, as quick as I could. But at this point, I still didn't have a persona yet. I had a couple ideas, but nothing that was finished. So I started looking into pre-made suits, and I found out about the Dealer's Den website, and I browsed around on there for a day or two, and I came across yours truly, Radio the Raccoon Dog. And I said, oh, I like the way that one looks. And it was, I thought, a fair price, and it came with the character rights and some digital artwork. So I was like, well, that seems like a good option. And I browsed around for another day or two, but I kept coming back to radio. So I figured, well, you know what, I'm doing this. I'm going to buy it. So I bought the fursuit, and a week later it came in the mail, and I still had no idea what to expect because I never saw a fursuit in real life. So I opened it, and there it was, my first fursuit. It was in great condition, and I got experience how to wear it and get around in fursuits and see out of it. And right after that, I started going online and joining all the Discord servers and trying to find local furries in my area. And I made a lot of friends. I joined a lot of other car furry groups, found out more people that are interested in the same hobbies I am, and it just went from there. So at the time of this video, I haven't been to a furry convention yet, but I have been to two furry car meetups, one of which I hosted myself, and both times we just had an absolute blast. I got to meet new people, and it was like I wish the days never would have ended. Now, Furrydelphia 2025 is coming up, and that's about 2 hours away from me. So I'm planning on going there for the Saturday. So hopefully, one of my next videos will be my first con experience. And I just want to say that I'm so happy I found the furry fandom. It's impacted my life in such a positive way. It's so nice having a place where you could just be yourself, nobody judges you, and you get to meet other people that have the same interests as you. So that's about all I have to say for now. I think I talked long enough. And I want to thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.